Hi all, right back with more Fields of Fire. Normandy campaign, mission 1, Trevieres offensive. This is going to be my part 11 on my video, just about to start turn 8. So 8, 9, 10, 3 turns to go. Not an enemy on the map, apart from, well, the mine sitting there on the card. Yeah, we've had an easy time of it. Right, let's just push on. Couple of things to talk about quickly. I got a reply to my question regarding moving from row 1 to the staging area. Does it expose the unit? We know that moving between staging area cars does not expose the unit. However, does that make a move? At first I chose the little team that we had here to sort of say it wouldn't expose it. And then when I wanted to move the first sergeant back to here, I realised it felt a bit wrong and maybe should have been exposed. Well, Shania replied to me, yes, it would expose the unit. There is a special rule between staging areas. It doesn't expose it. However, that's just a normal move. And right enough, I mean, my reply was, yeah, I know about that. Just didn't see anything about that in the rules. And the reason there's nothing about that in the rules is because it's just a normal move. So it should have been exposed. The Witter team at the time that was here moved to here and then moved to here. So it would have ended up there. But we're okay here. And then we would have brought our first sergeant. So I'm going to have to move the first sergeant now. He would have come back to here, became exposed, then ordered the Witter team forward onto this card, which would have then exposed that. He would then not have been able to move back up to there, so he would have ended up in there. So it was an easy enough fix, as long as I remembered what I was doing and time didn't pass too much, but I knew it wouldn't. So that's us good, and then the exposed markers would have come off at the end of the turn. No harm done. So good to know. And yeah, it's just, there's nothing written in the rules because there's nothing in the rules. It's just a normal move. So, yeah, but good to get it confirmed. Right, and then I had 2 or 3 comments back from John Brown. Just want to get them up quickly. So first of all, I think about all of these comments from John. This is commenting on part 5. Yeah. Yeah, and he has timestamps the 40-minute, 20-second mark. The rule in question is 8.6.4, the 3rd edition rules. And that was talking about the, what was it, the non-casualty, you know, a valid target. And the fact that it hadn't said US to me was kind of confusing. Well, you know what rule 8.6.4 is all about, and anything within rule 8 is about the enemy, is about the Germans in this case. About what they would do. So do we need to have US there? And I think that's what the answer I got from Shania when I posted the question on BGG. But John's referenced the rule there. And my reply had been, yeah, I'd read through this rule a couple of times, but the lack of US in any non-casualty units was what confused me. It was explained to me in the end that as we were the enemy, then it clearly had to be a US non-casualty unit. So I guess it was just a Grantos thing and the way I read things sometimes. Well, John came back and he said maybe 6.0 under the basic combat principle is more to your speed, where it says an eligible target is any non-casualty unit on the opposing side. So within 6.0 is where all combat's dealt with. Rule 8 is dealt with enemy, so it's no need to say US if you like. Could you argue that it could be in there just to clear things? I don't think so. I think it's just me. I think it's fine the way it is. So right there in Rule 6, it says an eligible target is, quote, any non-casualty unit on the opposing side. Quite clear there. So thanks for that, John. That's just what I needed. Yeah, that's just what I needed. And then he said he followed up with the only reason I pointed to 8.6.4 is that it clearly spells out during which segments, phases the German units will cease fire. And it's fair enough. It's all talking about the Germans and how, you know, that says indeed it does. Fair enough. He says also as a reminder that units with the basic VOF will automatically fire on any unit in line of sight and range. As soon as units moves, you should reevaluate whether any units not already firing will open fire. So my guess is there's no timestamp to that, but it's a reminder. It is something you can miss, but I did reply, yeah, it's one of those things I didn't think I would miss, to be honest. Because it's the one thing you've got to be careful about any time a unit moves. You look at the map, you see if any changes should be made, things open and fire on this, that, and the next thing. VOFs, PDFs, and I'm guessing, I think it's the only one that I've missed, and it's when, when the units moved into, no, it was here. It's when they first moved into there. This was on the hill. What threw me there, John, and my defence, not great defence, I know, was the fact that this was on a hill. This was blocking terrain if it hadn't been on a hill. But yeah, poor defence, I know. You've got to look out for these things. Well, in fact, I kind of got caught with that one as well, didn't I? Although that doesn't automatically fire, I believe it's still... We had a PDF still running out for it, which I wasn't sure about. A PDF without a VOF seems odd, but I don't know, I left it in there. Maybe as these videos get out there, the guys will have more to say on that. Because yeah, we've only got up to part 5 out there just now, and I'm recording part 11 just now. So I've had loads of time to record. I don't like releasing them until I've watched them myself, because the last couple have been messy and I've found a lot of errors that I like to catch myself, you know. So to show that I do know what I'm doing, I'm just slipping up from time to time. And it's a tricky game to keep all correct. So yeah. That was, that's everything. So thanks for that, John. And we're good to go. So I can move away from that. I'll bring the rulebook back up. Again, still haven't had this delivery yet for this thing. I was hoping it'll come today, but the day's not finished yet, so maybe. If not, I'd like to think I'll get it tomorrow and should have it ready for tomorrow. Okay, so we're on turn 8. Nothing to really give us any grief, so let's just move on. We should be able to fly through this turn, really. There's 2 or 3 things we're wanting to do, but they're not really much to think about. So anyway, we're going to draw for an event, friendly hire HQ event. Don't get one. Okay, fair enough. We're going to move right into the activation of our HQ. We're going to flip him. BN's not on the map, but he does activate him. He's got 0 saved commands. Where is he? He is undercover. Now, I know that looks rather vague, but I've kept them all together. If I keep them a bit tighter together, I think. You know, that you've got some that are stacked, like this has got the rifle grenade, but I think that's clear. You know, if I keep them all together and then I can keep them like that, whether I'll be able to do that throughout or not, it's far better. You can see what's there. So this COHQ is undercover, so he's going to get the +1 but the -1 for being green. So we draw on a 0. He only gets 2. That's not going to be great. So he's only got 2 commands and he didn't have any saved. However, yeah, we don't probably really need to do very much, do we? So what were we wanting to do? We're wanting to move this lot down here. See, so second platoon HQ's out of range, isn't it? Unless I move my HQ across. We do kind of want, mind you, second platoon, he's saved 2 commands. And the other thing, what's the other thing we wanted to do? The XO had wanted to come up and do that. However, why don't we put the COHQ across there? Then he'll be able to do that. Yeah, mind you, that's going to be another command to do that, isn't it? And he's only got 2, so no, that's not any good. Right, so we can't activate second platoon. We can activate first, but he's in here on his own. Yeah, I've kind of made a bit of I think it was because there doesn't seem to be anything bothering us, really. I mean, I could activate third platoon, but to be honest, he's not really got anything great to do either, is he? So if I moved across No, because if I move across there, that costs me a command. I've only got one command left. I could join them up, and then that's me finished. That means I don't get to activate anyone. And the fact that XO has 2 saved commands, he's going to get an extra command. He's going to have 3 and be able to go 1 and then 2 to join them up and still have 1 command to save. I'll just let this guy do an initiative draw for his commands. And the other thing we want to do is away down here, isn't it? But that's involving the first sergeant, so first sergeant wants to move up there and then wants to rally the litter team. And he's got 2, he's only got 1 command save, but he'll get 1, so he can do 1, 2, he can do what he needs to do. So I think that's fine, and we can't activate, we could activate the COH, the XO, but like I say, I think he only needs 2 commands, 1 to move in there and 1 to do that. I think I'm just going to, oddly, I'm going to activate first platoon. COHQ's there. I'm going to activate first platoon HQ and just save the other command, I think. Because third platoon HQ, I've got 3 commands saved. Whereas first platoon only has 1 saved. It's just to kind of boost it up a bit. Thing is, if I get too many commands, I'm not really going to do anything. So it's really just to get a couple of commands to save, just for maybe the next turn if something does pop up. Does seem rather weak, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just going to do that though. So I'm going to activate first platoon HQ. For 1 CO HQ command, and then I'm going to save the other point so he keeps 1. Then we're going to activate first platoon HQ and the activation impulse. What's the wording for that again? So activation segment and then initiative segment. The problem is, I wish they'd give these, I mean, you could call them this. See, in the activation segment, you've got a COHQ impulse and a platoon HQ/CO staff impulse, right? But you've also got the same name, COHQ impulse, platoon HQ impulse, CO staff impulse. But these are in the initiative segment, these are in the activation segment. I'm maybe being picky there. I would have liked to have seen it called the activation, COHQ activation impulse, COHQ initiative impulse. Something like that. I mean, it's all written in that order, but this can be a bit sort of daunting, you know, when you're looking through it, and you can get muddled up with them too. Whereas if you had the word initiative, I mean, well, the word initiative's there and the word activation's there. If it was just in between each one, maybe I'm just being picky. And I'm, you know, I've already said this rulebook's great, guys. It's amazing. It looks really so much better than what it was. You know, and this is just a turn sequence summary we're looking at. If you delve right into the actual rule, you know, if you go into the rule book and read it, it's all there. So, and yeah, adding words, you can see that bit of paper is crammed full of text, so it's all on 1 page. So adding a word here and there is going to be difficult, you know. So understand. Right, so first platoon HQ, is he undercover? He is. So he gets a +1, -1, and we draw a 4. It's going to be a waste then, isn't it? That's what I was thinking. You know what I should have done? I think I should have just left the kit, just saved the 2 COHQ commands and just let them do initiative draws. Because now I've just drawn 4. I've got 5 commands for first platoon, and I can only save 3 of them. And I don't really want to do anything. So, you know, all I needed there was to draw 2 commands from the initiative. You know, and that would have worked. That card would have done it. That would have given me the 2 commands. And then I would still, but it's easy to say that. You're drawing a different card. So, yeah, I mean, he's up here beside a squad that just don't really want to do anything. He could move back to the rest of his team, I suppose. Because he came across there to supplement that squad, didn't he? I suppose that does make some sense, doesn't it? And we're going to leave that squad there. Yeah, because we want to have this card occupied still. So let's use one command to come back now. Again, it's this whole undercover bit that's kind of scary. I think I'm going to have to see it happen and then realise. I think it's going to have to hit me before I then realise. So he's going to come back. That's going to cost me one command, takes me down to 4. He's going to be exposed, but I am going to put him under the cover. So he's tucked in there to say he's undercover, but he is exposed. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So, yeah, because being undercover takes away the negative of the card draws, you know. Well, I've already said what the pluses and minuses are, and we're going to see that minus coming in sometime. It's going to happen, isn't it? Maybe I should read what counter-attack does. You know what? I think I will, because that's the only thing that's going to change things in this mission. So I think I'm going to have a look at what the wording is for. What do I need to be looking at here? Is it a mission briefing booklet? Yeah. Right, let's have a look at it and see what it actually says. And I suppose I'm slightly spoiling here a little bit, but I know it's there, and if you've played the game before, you should be aware that it's there. I'm not going to read the rest of them, but you can pause the camera and look at them if you want. And again, this is old material, so whether they've changed it up at all, I think I would have heard. So counter-attack, it says place a random PC marker, ? Side up, on every US occupied card. Yeah, that's horrible. That is horrible. So that does make me want to rethink this whole cover situation, because you can see right away that if we draw that event, we're getting a PC marker here, 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 and here. Now, the PC markers will then get... Now, that will happen in the enemy higher HQ event segment. And then, so there'll be no enemy activity check. However, then we'll reach the potential contact evaluation segment. So let's just consider this card here that's under the cover that we'll put this guy under. We're going to find a German package. Let's just say it appears right in front of us. It's then just shooting on this card. And these guys are under this cover. So there you go. Let's just think and let that one sink in a little bit. That's our COHQ that's in there. So, yes, that does change my view on things. So what I am going to do is, I'm not going to... Now, you can't sit this whole game out and think, oh, I've got to worry about this counter-attack. I'm not saying that, but we are in the position that we're quite comfortable in this mission. I'll just try and move things up a little. And we've not really got great issues, but that is one thing that could give us issues, because you can imagine how many German units that could be. You know, if they all spawned a contact. So I'm going to keep this guy out of cover. Hold on. Because I was thinking I've got 4 commands left. I could order some of the guys out of cover, but I'd need to go into the cover to order them out of the cover. So let me think that one. Right, we've got 2 3-step units. So what? Right, I'm undecided yet. I've got 4 commands left. I'm undecided if I was moving the HQ under the cover or not. If I move them under the cover, I've got 4 commands left. I then order this guy out of cover, this guy out of cover, and himself out of cover. Or maybe even leave him in the cover. Then there's only 4 steps under the cover. It's not as bad. Yeah. So let's do that. So he does move under the cover initially. This guy then moves out of the cover. Now these will become exposed for moving out of the cover. That's me down to 3 commands. And I'm going to order this out of the cover to, well, that's what the COHQ is. So that'll be exposed as well. That takes me down to 2. Well, I'll leave him under the cover. It's still quite risky, isn't it? And we're not going to know about that counter-attack event until it actually comes up and, yeah, bites us. We're not going to have time to react, you know? Is that right? Yeah, because that's going to happen before the combat effects segment. They're going to be firing on us, and that'll be that. So I do have 2 commands left. I could actually move. I could move the platoon HQ out. I could move the COHQ out as well. But no, as long as I've got 3 steps, that's not so bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to move him out as well. Take me down to 1, and I'll save that last point. So I've saved 1 command. And what that ends up meaning is we've got these 3 guys. Maybe I want to make it as clear as possible what's happening here. So they're under that cover, and then yeah, you might want to make it clear as possible, Grant. And then these are not under the cover, but they're exposed. I suppose that works. It's not ideal, but again, I could stack them all up and make it cleaner in some ways, but then you don't get to see. Yeah, I think doing that. And now we've got 3 steps under that cover, so there's no negative effects to that. If something fires on the cover marker, they won't get any extra negatives to it. Anything above 3 steps would get a -1 each for each step. So you can imagine they 2 squads were full squads. That was -6. They would get a -6. That's devastating. That's a guaranteed hit. So, well, pretty much. Anyway, okay. So right, hang on. I need to watch how I'm tracking things here, because this is where you need to remember, because see, I've been turning these over. Now, I only activated that with the COHQ. So these 2, second and third platoon, have not been activated. Yeah, I could do a better way of showing that, really. I'm not sure how, though. Yeah, you're just gonna have to keep on top of that one, Grant. So we've had our COHQ impulse. He activated first platoon. We've activated first platoon and done his thing. He's saved 1 command. We're now going into the initiative, and we're going to, well, choose second or third platoon. Well, let's get second platoon. We know what we're doing with him. So, initiative draw for second platoon. He's not undercover. Now this is the guy that split off as well, and he's with us. 2-step squad that's got the casualty in. Is what I bring him down to the casualty collection point. And he's gonna. Who are we joining him up with? Have I missed something? I'm missing a step. How am I missing a step? There's the assault team that's going to join up with that. We already joined one up here. There's no lats there. There's no lats there, but there's a 2-step squad. There's a litter team here. I'll be casualties, Grant. Yeah, because in fact we had 3 casualties. So we should be missing 3 steps. Are we cheating? Well, no, hold on. No, well, maybe. We've only had a paralysed team, and the rest have been casualties. I want to say we've had 3 casualties in a paralysed team, which is 4 steps. And only one of the 4 steps we can recover, the water team, well, which was the paralysed team. So we should have 3 steps that we can't repair. And I can only see 1, because that one joins up with that. This one can join up with that, and then there's that. How can that be then? What have I done here? What am I missing? I don't know. What am I missing? Am I missing something obvious here? I'm hoping I'm missing something obvious, because if I'm not, I'm cheating us out of... Well, I'm cheating us for 2 steps. No, hold on. Yeah, because the first thing we done was we split off an assault team. The assault team got shot as a casualty. So that then removes a step from a squad that we can never get back. That's right. And we've had 3 casualties. And I want to say all the casualties would have been either assault teams or maybe the squad. No, because the 2-step squad, if it got a casualty result, would be reduced to a 1-step squad. I must have done something wrong here. Don't tell me. Don't tell me you're going to have to go and hunt for mistakes again, Grant. I think that's right though. I think it has to balance out. We've got 3 casualties and 1 litter team. We cannot return the casualties to the squad, to the company. We can return the litter team, which means we should have 3 steps missing from the company. And I can only see 1. So I'm definitely cheating. There's nothing else that we had that's not there. I'm looking down, because all the counters, I've just scattered them all down here as I brought them off and using PDFs and exposed markers and whatever. I mean, there's nothing lying here. There's a couple of assault teams. Yeah, I must have done something wrong. I want to say that I maybe... Well, I think the 3 casualties came from assault teams. Could it possibly be that one of the casualties... No, I think it was assault team as well. Oh, it's going to be awkward to go and find this, but I think I need to. I'm not going to be happy if I'm cheating. It has to be though, doesn't it? Right, give me a minute. Right, I want to say I know where one bit has went wrong. Mind you, 3-2 is still showing. Remember how I said these were the wrong way about, and I would have kept my rifle grenade as the full squad, 3-step squad. So I would have not split that off, and I switched these about the other way. Well, that wasn't true. This is the guy that took the hit and caused the paralysed team. So he should be flipped to that side. Now, I then wonder if I broke this down into assault team. I'm not sure. I'm going to put that back like that for the moment. However, that doesn't help me at all. I'm just watching back on the video footage to try and find out, because I've clearly made a mistake somewhere here. Now, if I can fix it here and then talk about it while I'm watching the video footage, Because this is in part 5 that this got hit, and it's away down here somewhere when it got hit. I think it was this card here. Yeah, because it got fired on from there. And that it got paralysed. One step got paralysed, so that then flips that to 2 steps, and we get the paralysed unit. Paralysed unit has since became a litter team, which is over here now. So I'm going to watch on a little bit further, because it might well be that I broke this down into an assault team, and this should be 2 steps too. So that would then have, I would have 2. I'd still be missing 1 though, I think. Okay, I'm getting the feeling that when I foolishly tried to reset things and then found out I didn't need to, and then try to reset it back, that I've made some blunders. This was reduced to give an assault team, and unless I've joined it back up again, which I don't think is the case, I think this could be the other missing part of the puzzle. He definitely breaks down in an assault team. This is me watching part 6 just now. No, I've definitely not joined this up again, have I? If I'd done that, I would have done that with the last part. Because I think the whole point was to try and join this litter team up with this, wasn't it? I don't think we've shown this guy as being a 2-step unit, and he should be. I think it's when I tried to fix things. If I flip this guy to 2 steps as well, does that make it work for us? Well, let's see. There's a casualty underneath that unit, right? So we've got 3 casualties, because 2 of them are already evacuated. So 3 casualties, so 3 steps that we cannot get back. That they stay casualties. So let's just count 1, 2, and 3 steps. They cannot get them back. Now, we've got an assault team that can get something back, and we've got a litter team. So, no, we're still missing 1. We are still missing 1. Oh, goodness sake, Grant. One, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 2-step squads right now. Ah, no, that's right, is it not? No, because there's an assault team and a litter team. So either there shouldn't be an assault team or a litter team there, or we should have another 2-step squad somewhere. Because I can't, the maths then doesn't work, does it? I think what is best is I need to look over the footage and work out where I am, but I was kind of like wanting to get this finished. Mind you, you're not going to get it finished today anyway, Grant. Well, I'll have a chance tomorrow to watch a bit. I'll have a chance to watch a bit, but not loads, to be honest. Let me go and try and look a bit more. Okay, I'm kind of at a loss here as to how this has happened. All I can say is I'll watch back the video footage and see if I can find out what's went wrong. Because the other casualty came from an assault team, and that was up there when we had that mortar there. And I removed that and put the casualty down. But I've clearly missed one of these squad. I think there's still a squad out there that should be 2 steps. Now we've got 1, 3 and 3, 3, and 2, 3 is fine. I've got 1, 2 that's been hit, 2, 2 and 3, 2 is fine. And then you've got 1, 1 platoon that seems to be intact. Now he just got repaired. He just got an assault team to join up, didn't he? Didn't he? Yeah, I think so. So my guess is that it's probably one of first platoon that should be a 2-stepper. Maybe 1, 1 platoon should be 2 steps right now. Well, the thing is, when it comes to the end of the mission, And let's just hope that we don't get that counter attack, because then I might have one step more than I should. You know, as for like combat reasons and whatever. The only hit that I took that wasn't on an assault team, because I've got 3 assault teams, casualty, casualty, casualty. Or were they all assault teams? Could one of them be a squad? Don't think so. And then the one that got hit was down here. The one that became the paralyzed team was down here. And that was a full 3-step squad. I know that one for sure. But I think the other 3 hits that we took were all assault teams. But the 3 assault teams had to be broken off of these full-step squad. Or could have been broken off a 2-step squad. But I tend to leave them 2 steps and break a step off a 3-step squad. Okay, it's just to like get me moving on. So, and like I say, come the end of the scenario, if I find that I've got, you know, that I know for a fact that one of these should be reduced, then I'll just reduce it again. I'll just reduce one of them, and then we'll have to use the experience points to patch them all up. Okay, so now where was I? I have no idea where I was. God, and I just said that this wasn't clever of reminding me, because I'm in the initiative phase, wasn't I? Oh, I don't know where I was, because I activated 2nd platoon. Yeah. No, I've not done it yet. No, I had 2nd platoon and 3rd platoon still to activate initiative-wise. Yeah, and I was going to do 2nd because we know what we want to do with this. Which has come down. Yeah, no, he's just come straight down now. We must have done something else about the assault team that was there. Yeah, we've done something different now with that, haven't we? So he's just wanting to come into here and then get down to here, isn't he? Okay, so initiative draw for the 2nd platoon. He's got 2 saved commands. I think that's right. I think that's where I'm at. So we're going to draw, and he's not undercover, so he's getting a -1 to this, but this is an initiative draw. So, yeah. So I'm looking at the last card in the discard pile, and it's this one. And that's what I drew for 1st platoon, didn't I? And I got the 4, and then I didn't really think I had anything to use it on, and then I decided to get the guys out of the cover. Okay, so this is a card draw. So it's a small number, but we're getting a -1, and this can be a 0. Oh no, that's disaster. Right, let me double check if that can be a 0. I know it can in general initiative, but I need to look into the actual rulebook for this. Give me a sec. Yeah, modifiers may reduce the number of commands given to 0. So 2nd platoon is not getting anything extra. He's got 2 saved commands. So mind you, he's still going to be able to get to do what he wanted to do, I suppose. So he's going to order 1-2 platoon forward under the cover here. And then he's going to come and join them under the cover. And they're going to be exposed as well. Okay, it's a bit of a messy, that one. So they're exposed, but they are under that cover marker. And that used up both his commands. He's now got 0. So he really wants, he needs 2 more. Mind you, he's still got 2 turns to reach here, so he should be okay. And then 3rd platoon, yeah, I've not done anything with it. I've only done it with 1st. So 3rd platoon is not undercover. It's over here. I don't think I'm going to. Well, hang on. No, you could move the squad down here. Yeah. So 3rd platoon's got 3 commands. He's going to draw for initiative as well, and it's he's not undercover, so he's going to get -1 again to the small number. So he gets a 1. So he goes up to 4. Yeah, you can actually do something. Again, there's something amiss. There is something amiss. So all I'm going to get him to do is move 3-3 platoon down here. also under this cover, but he'll be marked exposed. But he is under the cover, so hopefully we get that. Let's maybe do it like that. And that way, when the first sergeant moves up to here, now he can put that squad together. Well, actually, the water team still needs to be an assault team or a fire team. I think it can be either or, but we'll see. So that was one action there, and he's got 3 left. I don't think he needs to use the other 3, so I think we just save the other 3. Yeah, and then the CO staff. Well, that's going to be the XO is going to get 1 up to 3. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, because we've got this situation up here, so the XO is going to move up here, I think, and join them up. Yeah. So the XO moves up to here and is exposed. That costs him 1 command. Then he's going to spend another command and save his last command. He's going to spend another command to supplement that squad. So that is turning this 2-2 platoon back. Like I think I had the 3-2 platoon. I'm not sure. And then that assault team comes away. What we should, if we get everything done we want to do, we should end up with 3 two-step squads because we've got 3 casualties. I'm pretty sure there's nothing that can make that statement not true. But I could be wrong. Okay, so that was the XO. He's done. First sergeant. Okay, he's got work to do as well. So he gets 1 command, and he's got 2, and he's going to spend both of them because he's going to do the same. He's going to move up to here. Under this cover marker, he will become exposed as well. Right, hang on though. Yeah, they're all under the cover. That's fine. Oh yeah, no, he's got to rally first, right? Okay. So hang on. So these, you're going to get. No, that's not going to work, Grant. I think I'm going to start getting myself muddled up now. So what I'm going to do is put them like that, but put that like that, I think. So, and then, well, you're not finished though, haven't you? You've got, that costs you 1. I've got 1 more. Yeah, I need to rally the litter team. That's what I need to do. So, rally action. Attempt to convert a litter team to a fire team. There's no VOF on the card, so it's automatic anyway. Any HQ or staff can do this. Well, the first sergeant's doing it. Any unpinned litter team is unpinned. If there's no VOF in the card, then the action is immediately successful. So it's a litter team to a fire team. Oh, can we convert? Can we supplement the squad with a fire team? Yeah, it's fire or assault team, so it's fine. So yeah, we're going to use the first sergeant's last action, so now he's none, to convert this litter team into a fire team. It's not one of them. There we go, an S and a C. So he's converted into that. These are exposed, but they're all under the cover marker, and we've got that back up. So then next turn we'll be able to supplement that squad. Yeah, and we only need 1 action for the first sergeant. He'll get the 1. Yeah, because he's not going to get activated, so he'll get 1 from that, and that'll be fine. Okay. Well, in actual fact, we've got general initiative come as well. He could actually do it here in the general initiative. So that's everybody done. Yeah, it's general initiative now. So unmodified, we get a 2. 2 Grant, not 5. So what sort of things did we want to do? Well, can we not? What is in here now? No, that's a casualty. No, they can't move. That's fine. They can't move. Yeah, I think everybody's done its thing, hasn't it? Though, well, we can do this. So we're going to use 1 general initiative to supplement the squad. We're using the first sergeant. It's an automatic, any good order 2 to 3 step squad, and an unpinned fire or assault team. We're going to supplement this squad, turning it back into a 3-step squad, and that fire team goes away. That means that is exposed. However, these are under the cover. Okay, and we've still got 1 general initiative, but yeah, and looking at things now, I can still see we've got 2 2-step squads, and we should have 3. We should have 3. I don't know where the mistakes went. I think, like I say, I was so annoyed with myself because I thought, right, I'm going to have to go back to blah blah blah, and then I ripped it all apart, and then I looked and I thought, wait a minute, Grant, let's look and see what happens, see if it might have needed to be ripped apart. And I looked and I was like, right, it didn't need to be ripped apart, try to put it back together again. And I think that's where I've made this blunder. I think if no enemy turn up at all, it's not going to be any big issue. I'll just flip one of these squads to 2 steps when I finish the mission, because that's what should be. If I've got 3 casualties, I should have 3 casualties. You know, I should have 3 missing steps, shouldn't I? Okay, I don't think we can do anything with that. Maybe there's something, but no, I don't think so. I think we'll just leave it. So that's general initiative out the way. Yeah, I could do with taking a break just now. What time is it? I don't know. Give me a sec. So I think I'll just push on just now. Okay, so that's moving over to the enemy side of things. So here we go. Enemy higher HQ event segment. Okay, we've only got, well, this is turn 8, so we've got 3 of them to come. Here we go. Nothing again. We're getting away with it. So we should be able to scoot through this pretty quickly. There's no activity check. There's nothing to capture. No fire missions. Potential contacts, there's none. Pinned recovery, there's none of that. No combat effects. Clean up phase. And we won't get a casualty removed, so it's just clean up. We're just removing exposed markers again. I'll get the other 2 done. Okay, there we go. Exposed markers removed. Just PDFs, VOFs, evacuate casualties. We'll hopefully get that casualty down next turn. Although we do need, I only need 1 command to send the squad down. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So moving on to turn 9. Yeah, and I should be able to run through this reasonably quick, really. Should I carry on? No, you know what? I'm at 48 minutes there. I think I'll just stop it there, and hopefully we can just have 1 more part to finish this mission. On saying that, the bit at the end, working everything out, might be fiddly too. We shall see. Right, I will do that, and I'll let me take a little break just now as well. And well, I might actually be able to squeeze this last part in then, before having it shut up for the night. Maybe. I'm annoyed at this. I think it'll work out fine in the end though. I think all that's going to happen, we lost 3 steps in the mission. Now, again, there's still 2 chances. There's still 2 chances of a counter attack. So we need to watch for that. Okay, I'll cut this one now, and I'll be back hopefully shortly. Cheers.